Wow. You know, Dr. Blake Shango, to a lot of us, is an amazing fella. He really is a brother that for well over a decade I've known and come to love tremendously. And whoever does not know Dr. Shango Blake, you don't know what you're missing. You better get to know this brother. A wealth of knowledge. And he says that I'm true to this, Shango is true to this. So I am just so humbled to be here among educational royalty tonight. Look at y'all. Wow. You all are incredible. Educators, teachers, scholars, edfluencers, waymakers, trailblazers, pathways for pathways. And as the expression was said, the wind truly beneath my wings, as one who still considers herself an educator that always wanted to be an educator. The real way. My intention when I graduated from Spelman was to teach psychology on the collegiate level. Guess who never taught psychology on the collegiate level? But I digress, Dr. Barron. I digress. I really want to thank you all so much for being here tonight. And I have to say also that when Chancellor David Banks stepped down, he knew what he was doing when he chose a successor. Because this one here, my little sister is Chancellor. I am so proud to know and love her. As you all see, she's already made us proud because she's already been a part of this, you all. This right here, this Black Studies curriculum has been in her veins for a very long time, and for that, Melissa, I thank you so much for carrying this dream through with us. Thank you. I want to thank our host, Carl Clay, Black Spectrum Theater, who's been hosting these important community conversations and events for generations. And that's why, ladies and gentlemen, we must continue to support the Black Spectrum Theater. What would we do without our cultural institutions? We don't want to find out. We also greet the amazing Senator Leroy Comrie. We follow his lead, for he has truly been a stalwart leader, an example for so many of us for a long time. And it is no secret, because I think I've told it many times, Senator Comrie is among the first person that tried to talk me into running for elected office. Now, I don't know whether I like that so much, Senator Comrie, but you are truly responsible for whatever this legacy may be, and I love you to death. So as we discuss the importance of the Black Studies curriculum this evening, it is imperative that we understand its origins and the path it took to finally reach our scholars. As was mentioned by Dr. Blake, in 2021, when I served as co-chair of the City Council's Black, Latino, and Asian Caucus, alongside former council member Idanique Miller, we were approached by a group of deeply committed and forward-thinking educators and amazing community leaders. This group, which now goes by the name Educational Equity Action Plan, or the plan itself, consisted of many organizations. And Shango, last time I tried to name the organizations, I got in trouble, so I'm not going to do that. So I'm just going to say BU is everybody. They presented and outlined their incredible plan to establish a new curriculum focused on teaching the legacies of early African civilizations. African American history that is in depth and nuanced, and drawing the connection to the current challenges of systemic racism. As a longtime advocate for educational equity in our young scholars, especially right here in Southeast Queens, I've always been very passionate about ensuring that our scholars, our students, our babies have the tools they need to succeed. And part of that must include our students seeing themselves and our diverse communities reflected in the textbooks and educational materials they're taught. Councilmember Miller and I understood this. We understood the boundless possibilities of this curriculum, so we immediately championed this initiative by securing the initial $10 million in the city budget that year to begin a planning process for a pilot program under the de Blasio administration. And I must give thanks where thanks is due. Thank you, Bill de Blasio. People can say what they want to say about him, wherever they want to say in their corners. But Bill de Blasio brought this funding, this initial funding, to us and with us. And when I was elected Speaker of the New York City Council the following year, I was very proud to continue pushing this initiative forward. And over the past 4 budget cycles, the council has allocated, as we didn't want to get the number wrong, it's $27 million. To develop and implement the Black Studies curriculum. This year, the Black Studies curriculum is available for schools citywide, extending its reach to all of our public school students. The success of this curriculum and the incredible partnership of our coalition has inspired other curricula to take shape. As was mentioned by our chancellor, New York City is now advancing Latine studies. And we look forward to our stakeholders and working with them to ensure it gets off the ground and into our classroom where it belongs. This is happening at a time, Chancellor Young, when Black students and other educational efforts that offer accurate portrayals of history and diverse perspectives are under attack across these United States. These attempts to undermine critical thinking that prevent young people from learning about their history and each other's are sinister and unacceptable. We want our scholars to know about their roots, to question inequity, and what must change in order for us to create a more unjust, equitable future. Thanks to the efforts of so many people in this room, New York City, just like we do because we can't help ourselves, New York City is once again leading the way, creating the model for what our scholars deserve. This hard work, this collaboration has enabled us to make history by introducing a Black Studies curriculum. We are going to march forward in the interest of educating our students who deserve nothing but the best from us. We in this room who realize who we are and where we came from, and the fact that this truth, these truths must be told across New York City and across this nation. We are intentionally putting this curriculum forward, sustaining this curriculum, preaching this curriculum, embodying this curriculum, carrying this curriculum, holding this curriculum, cherishing this curriculum, mothering this curriculum, parenting this curriculum, fostering this curriculum, from the very tops of our heads to the very soles of our feet with everything that we have in us, breathing this curriculum. And so as we march on in the true tradition that we came here with, because we don't have to look any further, as I say so often, we don't have to look anywhere but within for that which we own. That's that which we were born with, that which others long to be, but they can't be because they're not you. They're not me. They're not the ancestors that came here through tough waters. This curriculum is teaching the truth. This curriculum will bring our children through the waters that their ancestors crossed. This curriculum will champion greatness that our scholars have been born and bred with. Some of them don't even realize it, but this curriculum, ladies and gentlemen, is the curriculum that will carry our students forward into their next generation so that they can birth other generations and other generations and other generations and more generations, and doctors and lawyers and educators, teachers and students and parents that did not realize their own greatness will realize their greatness from their own children, Shango. Parents will realize their own greatness through their own children. Parents, you will realize your own greatness through your own children. Through this curriculum.